Welcome to Acquire's Head Honcho interview series. My name's Gavin Houchell and I'm delighted today to be joined by Martin Nicholas, CEO of Greencross. Thanks for joining us, Martin.
Thanks, Gavin. Nice to be here.
Now, Martin, I believe your business was probably one of the early pioneers of bringing your dog to work, long before those Silicon Valley tech companies. Perhaps you can walk us through the Greencross business model today.
Yeah, sure. We do have dogs in the office. So Max and Vera often come and sit in my office. But we're more than that. We're an ASX listed company, so about $800 million turnover, market cap company, and we're Australasia's biggest integrated pet care company. So you might know us more through the brands of Pet Barn or Greencross Vets, or if you're out in the West, City Farmers, or in New Zealand, Animates. And we run about 250 pet stores, about 160 vets, and the magic is the joining of those two groups together, where we offer both services, medical, non-medical services, and animal retail, all in one convenient, one-stop shop.
Fantastic.
So it's a really interesting business. Really pet passionate people work in the business, and it's been a delight to work for Greencross for 2.5 years now.
Fantastic. Now, Martin, you're moved from a CFO role of Greencross into the CFO role about 18 months ago.
That's right.
But how did your early career set you up for that, and what made that transition occur?
Yeah, good question. How did it set me up? One never really plans such things, but what have I done in my career? I've been an auditor. I've been in IT, I was a factory accountant in China, a controller in Singapore, I've worked in ice cream, washing powder, pest control, childcare, so obviously natural segues into pet care. And I guess the watchword would be variety there. So I've worked in a variety of businesses, looked at them from a variety of angles, mainly in the financial side, but always kept asking questions. Even when you're told you're just the accountant, keep asking questions. And I think that breadth of experience probably had me prepared that when the opportunity came around, I was ready to take it.
Fantastic.
What actually happened was I was hired, joined Greencross as CFO, and when the CEO decided to step down, the board invited me to join. So I guess I was ready, the opportunity came around, and then I got lucky. So put those all together.
Fabulous. And I'm very curious to hear about people that transition from a CFO role to a CEO role, and perhaps you can share what were some of the things that were easy or comfortable in that transition, and some of the challenges in those early 3 months, perhaps thinking about the change of hats.
Yeah, probably easy and comfortable, not the first two words that jump into the mind. What was easy, comfortable? Working with the team, working with the people. I knew the team, I knew the people. I kept talking, kept listening, kept taking advice from people who knew their areas clearly better than I did. That was easy. The strategy, the financial side was quite natural. What was new, what was difficult, what was challenging, I guess, was 6 weeks after taking over, we were subject to a takeover bid, a hostile takeover bid from private equity. And that suddenly had me working on the business rather than working in the business for my first 6 months. And therefore board relations, external press, working with the financial markets was accelerated probably faster than I expected to be. So that was an interesting and challenging time.
Absolutely, absolutely. And reflecting back, I support and advise a number of CFOs that are perhaps about to work for or have moved into roles where they're CEO has been a former CFO, and there are naturally sometimes pros and cons of that. If you reflect on your experience, what's some of the advice that you would give to a CEO managing a CFO in that context, and perhaps even the CFO working?
It's an interesting dynamic because no one really likes working for their predecessor, do they? I think for the CEO side, hire someone you trust and hire someone who's better than you are. And let them get on with it. Just remember that you were in that position before, so give them space. Your nose and your gut feel in the finance area will still serve you well, so you don't need to be in the detail. There's other things you need to concentrate on. From the other side, from the CFO side, I guess it's probably just remember you were hired, you were appointed because you're good. And get on and support your CEO. Don't worry about she used to sit in your seat. Just get on and do your job and be an executive, not just a finance leader. You're there because you're ready and enjoy it.
Yeah, fabulous. If I could ask you one other question. You're now in a job where you don't have cover, parking the board politely. what are some of the things as being in the number one seat that you love, and what are things that perhaps scare you a little or?
Yeah, scare, fear.
Yeah.
What do I love? Well, I hope it came out. I love the industry. It's a privilege to work in this industry, an industry which really works to put animals and humans together and get that magic between them. If we do our job well, more people have pets, more people are happy, more pets are happy. So it's, I love working in pet care. Never worked there before, and it's fantastic. What do I fear? I don't think fear is really a word that you think about a lot. What do I spend a lot of time thinking about? It's about not getting stuck in the detail, because there's other people to do that, and spending time on the bigger picture, which isn't always natural for someone who's come out of the finance world. So I've got to keep checking myself that I'm working on the bigger picture and not getting stuck in the detail. But I don't think fear is something that is necessarily there in the pet world. It's a great industry and it's a great company.
I'm sure you can look to the left or right of your desk and feel pretty happy with a couple of pooches next to you as well, no doubt.
Yeah, a couple of dogs to take the stress away is always useful.
Absolutely,
Yes,
absolutely. Well, Martin, thank you for your time. I know it's been a busy week with Investor Roadshow, but you must be delighted with the results, the feedback, and what the team and yourself have contributed.
It's been a good half. The team's done a great job. We're very pleased.
Good for you. Well, thanks very much for your time.
Thanks,
Cheers, Martin.
Thank you.